Hello there. This is my QSP worker. You see this knife a lot. You just recently saw it not long ago on this channel where I sharpened it. But I need to fix something on it. I have a friend of mine that helps me with my vehicle because I'm not mechanically inclined when it comes to that. And it's harder for me to get down low and stuff like that. So he helps a lot. And we were trying to fix a radiator hose, and I did not have the proper hose, but there was a hose laying around that wasn't anything wrong with it, just was not, it would not fit. So we decided to cut it down and make it fit. And he was impressed by the edge on this blade. But the vehicle frame that he cut that hose on wasn't impressed with the edge on this blade. So I've got edge damage, a rollover, or something of the sort that I've got to deal with. And I don't feel any kind of burr on it, but I know that it is. Just took off a little piece of skin. I, I know that it is not completely sharp anymore because he hit that steel frame with it. So what I'm going to do, I could go back to a medium or a fine India. I have a fine India right here. I could go back to that, but I think I can probably bring the edge back to where it needs to be, just on this soft Arkansas. If I don't, and I find that I need to go to a coarser blade, then I will, but I do believe we're going to be okay, just like this. So we're gonna use a slight bit of pressure, not a lot. We're gonna see if we can bring this edge back on a soft Arkansas. So I went to the doctor. I don't know. I'm gonna make a like an update video. I went to the orthopedic surgeon, and I'm gonna make like an update video on my hand. So I have seen him. I will. Uh, it's good, and I will do an update if it's not already up, and let everybody know what's going on. It's already back. It's already back. I was shaving the hair on my knuckles because that's what I can reach. But that's already back. That edge is already restored. It's wonderfully nice and sharp again. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of refinement just because I can. Because we haven't even hit 5 minutes yet, which is, I don't have a set time for my videos. They take what they take, but I have time to do this. So, and it's a lovely stone. What I'm doing now is I've lightened up pressure. I didn't put a whole lot of pressure on there. Poundage, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I know people, oh, you need 4 pounds of pressure for this, and well, whatever. Unless you spent several hours playing around with a digital scale and pushing your fingers on it until you are able to match uh, a certain pressure consistently, which is not flipping going to happen. All of that stuff doesn't mean anything. I put a moderate amount of pressure on the edge of this blade when I ran it across the stone in the beginning to try to bring, and I did bring, the edge on this knife successfully back to sharpness. But that's all I can tell you. A lot of, see, the thing is I can teach some things about sharpening, and most people can teach some things about sharpening. But you have to take the time to spend the time on the stone to get consistent results so that you can understand a lot of things like pressure and feel. You know, I can tell you, like for instance, when you're bringing that edge down, to pay attention to what's happening at that edge. But you're going to have to figure out what that's like for you. You're going to have to put the focus in and the time to learn to do that. So, what I will do, that's good enough, I think. What I'm going to do now is move that stone over and set me a stone holder down and put a strop on top of it and strop this blade. Doesn't really need it. It's shaving hair just fine. But I like a chromium pasted strop at the end. I think it helps refine the edge even more. And I can't think of a downside to doing it. There might be some knife purists out there that go, oh, never use the strop, never use paste, get it all off the stone. Well, whatever. You do you and I'll do me. I don't see a dime's worth of problem doing this. There's no knife sharpening police that says you can do this but you can't do that. There's no knife sharpening guild that says this guy over here, he can't teach sharpening and his ideas are wrong and you must follow the guild's protocol and yada yada yada. It doesn't exist, not in this country. Okay, and even if it did, I wouldn't give a flying rip. I'm just saying. So anyway, I would say that is probably fairly nice and more of an edge than I really probably deserve. So thanks for watching. Bless you, and I'll talk to you later on.